Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Persona 5X video. Today, we're talking about one of the most important systems in any Persona game, and that is fusion. Yes, we're going to be showing today how we fuse Personas, the different parts of the system itself, and how it benefits your character Wonder in different ways. Before we jump in, would love it if you drop a like and a sub down below, and with that, let's get into the game. So here we are in game. Sorry for no music, I don't want to get the copyright strikes, but enjoy that nice soft rain in the background, it's beautiful. So let's talk Personas, and why do we want to fuse Personas? Well, if I jump into my character screen here, you're going to notice that I have 3 currently equipped to my character, that's the max I can hold. And if I click on this little icon up here, you're going to see my stats. So, roughly 1,000 attack, 500 defense. And now if I go back and I pull off a couple of these Personas, you're going to notice right off the bat that my stats are going down. So first of all, when you equip Persona, some of their stats are carrying over to your character. So it's important to put on better leveled, higher level, stronger Persona because it's going to give you more stats as far as your kind of main things like right here. Additionally, Personas in Persona games, if you're not familiar, they have different powers. So for example, I'll click on Anzu here, and you're going to see he has wind powers among some other things. And so when I go into battle, if something is weak to wind, this character, this Persona, has the chance to knock them down. This is actually the weak symbol here. And so by using the right Personas, I have a strategic advantage in battle. On the flip side, let's say I went into battle with this character here, and I'm fighting an enemy that has predominantly the shot type or the nuclear type. I'm now at a disadvantage. So I want a good stable of powerful Personas to buff my stats and to give me powers that give me an advantage. So you may be asking yourself, cool, well, how do I get these Personas? There's a few ways. So one is actually when you summon. So when you spend the in-game currency, or if you buy premium currency and you summon on one of these banners, you do get lower level Personas, like 2 stars, things like that. They're just an extra little thing you get instead of just characters. Another way is when you're going through like the story or mementos, things like that, and you're fighting shadows in the metaverse, you will ultimately unlock a few Personas. So sometimes they'll join you, or there'll be drops, things like that. And when they come to you, they come as like little coins. So you get the Persona the first time, it becomes part of your roster, you can select it, you can level it up, things like that. And then subsequent drops are fusion coins that you can use to create new Personas. You can also get these coins by going through one of the stamina paths here. I forget what they call these stages here. But effectively, if I go into the second tab here, you can see that I can target farm certain Personas. So maybe I really want to get, I don't know, this guy over here. I can come in, I'd probably come in with somebody who is wind type, because this guy's weak to wind. That's what this is talking about down here. And when I win the battle, I can get 2 of his coins. So if I haven't unlocked him, I'll unlock him, and then I'll get an extra one to fuse with. So if you're trying to do specific fusions, this is a good way to target farm. Just note that it's going to take 50 stamina in this particular stage out of what I have right here. Those are really the out of the fusion system main ways to get your Personas. But like any good Persona game, you're probably going to spend quite a bit of time getting your fusions or getting your Personas from fusions themselves. So let's jump into that menu here. So we'll jump into our friend Jack Frost here. So here we are in the Velvet Room. There's a few different menu options here. Manage files, this is the compendium. This is where you get to go and see what Personas have you already unlocked. You can see, the levels you've raised them to, things like that. So for example, let's find one here. Yeah, you can see that I've got this guy here, and he's leveled to level 20, and he's a rank 1. If I click on the filter and give you an idea of what kinds of Personas there are, so you have all the different types of damages that you can focus on. So maybe I want something with bless damage. And so now I can come in here and see all the different bless type Personas. Or maybe I'm further along in the game and I say, you know what? I really want to get Personas that are rank 5 or higher. Here we go. Here's all my rank 5s. You can see I've got 3 stars, 4 stars, a couple 5 stars in here. So if there's something specific I want, I can filter through the compendium. And you can also go just by star type. So if I only want to see 5 stars, here we go, I can look at them. So this is, just a nice little filtering way to get through it. But you do want to be filling in your compendium, and you do that again by fusing or otherwise receiving these through one of those other methods, because it will give you a special type of currency that I'll show you in a little bit that helps you make Wonder even more powerful, your main character. So this is the compendium. Next up here, we have our leveling system. So for example, I've got Anzu here. And matter of fact, I wonder if I have anybody else I can level. Let me actually level Leonicide here. And so leveling uses a currency. And so you can see I've got all these here. And so I'll just go ahead and pump this up, and I'm going to get her all the way to level 30. Hit OK. And now you can see that she's unlocked some new skills, through the act of leveling. Yep. There we go. So I've got those 3 now. And if I had the materials, I could break her up so I could let her level up even further, but I'd either need another one of her coins or one of these diamond crystals. I have neither at the moment, so I can't do this. But each of these different leveled personas, or each of these different ranked personas, does have a level cap, and that's to force you to keep making newer and stronger personas as you go through the game. So your first couple personas you're getting, they're not going to get up to level 70, 80, 90, anything like that. They're going to cap at 20, 25. There's different level ranges. And so just know that you're always going to come in here fusing better and stronger personas and then leveling them up so that you're keeping up with that power curve as you go through the game. But this is the place in which you would actually come in and level those characters, those personas. And that leaves us with the real meat here, where we're going to spend more time, and that is where we fuse. So here you can see the list of different personas. Some are registerable, some are unregistered, like Unicorn. I don't have any materials to do this with. And you just kind of go through here and you can see all these different types. Now it is level gated. I can't come in here and just, make a level 79 Alice from the start. I've got to be a much higher level. So you can see this unlocks when I hit player level 70. So these do kind of open up as you grow in the game, which would make perfect sense, right? Otherwise, we're all overpowered at level 1. And so what I'm going to do, I actually have a mission right now where I need a Neko Shogun. And with this Neko Shogun, I need a very specific power. If I would have received him as a drop, I don't get the option for these additional powers. So here you see it takes an Anzu mark, a Sudama, a Kodama. I have 3 of each of these. I have 1 of this. So I've got what I need to go ahead and make this happen. So I'm going to click on this. This is what it will look like. This is what I'm, fusing. This is what I'm creating. So if I go ahead, well, actually, before I go ahead, let me show you this. These are the other skills that I will get because I'm doing this via fusion. So again, if you are just leveling this because maybe you found it as a drop, you'll get the base level skills. If you do it through fusion, then like other Persona games, you get to inherit, certain key powers if you want to. So on this one, let's go ahead and hit yes. Oops. Here we go. I'll let you guys watch this fun little animation here. Gotta love in Persona games the creativity of their fusion systems. And there it goes. There's our new friend. I'm not going to let the translations all kick in right now. I've got the translation patch. You can see it kind of kick in here and there, but I'm not going to make you wait for all the translations. And so now we have him. Now we do need to level him up just like before. So all those other skills I still need to unlock. But what's cool is if I click this button down here, because I got him through fusion, I can now pick those fusion skills. And so I'm just going to pick a couple at random here. It doesn't really matter for the sake of the video. And what's even better is, unlike other Persona games, I can come and switch these out. So I can click this button here to forget something. So let's say I didn't want Gloomy Sky. I could, potentially get rid of that. But if I clicked on this, I was like, oh, I don't really want life enhancement for the next battle. I can switch this out for, like, say, Lucky Punch or something like that. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in the powers that you're using. Now, the other thing you can do, so I've got that set, again, doesn't really matter which powers I'm picking for the sake of the video. But something else that you can do with these to power them up is if I go back into VIP services, I can say, let's find our friend that we just made. And if I click onto this, I can pick a coin from another persona and I can try to inherit its power. So let's pick something we have a lot of. Let's do this one. And this particular persona can give me electric boost, Zio, or damage immunity 1. And so let's say I really want damage immunity 1 on my Neko Shogun. I choose this coin, and when I click this, what's going to happen is randomly I'll get one of these 3. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, it just happens. I got the one I was talking about. So I burnt a coin, but now I've got damage immunity 3. So maybe I pull off Rain Song off of this guy and I put that on, whatever. So a big part of the end game for Persona 5X is you're going to first make your really, really cool new personas, the really powerful ones that have the higher level skills, the higher level, spells and whatnot. And then you might want to customize them and give them additional advantages. Like maybe you really want to throw Rebellion, a crit skill, onto a certain one. And so you'll go through and you'll find where's that skill that I want and use that coin to hopefully get it. Now, you're not always going to get it first try like I just did. That was pure luck. We'll call it streamer luck or whatever. But you're going to be going through that step of fusing the initial base persona you want, leveling it up, and then going through the attempt to get the powers that you want. So that's really the whole of this particular system. Thankfully, not too complicated. I'm going to go ahead and actually level my friend here, or maybe I'll do this later. You do have to worry about resources, like I was just showing you there. It does take these different, types of souls and fragments, and it's just like any other gacha game. You're going to get these through farming. You're going to get these through drops and, dungeons or whatever else. But they're not unlimited unless you have an open wallet. And so I do think it's important that you pick who you want to level. Now you do, however, even if you're not leveling something to the max level, you still want to fuse it and fill in your compendium, because what it does, and let me show you now that I've done one, is because I now have new personas that I just unlocked, I have this little currency, this light bulb looking thing over here. So if I click this, I get these inspiration points. And now I can go back to I can go back to Wonder. And that's what this menu is. So in here, these inspiration points allow you to fill in the skill tree. And there's 2 types. There's this white looking one, which is what you need for all of, your kind of base skills and whatnot, or stats. And then for these ones at the bottom, you also need these yellow ones. And I'm sure at some point it'll be this greater one here. Again, a very common gacha system. You need more materials and higher quality materials as you go through the system itself. So that's about it. From there, you just, throw the personas that are best for the fights you're in on top of you. Take the ones that you need for that battle. And then strategize your other characters that come into battle with you around that combination. Maybe you've got an awesome character that you take into battle. Maybe I'm taking this one here and she's great at lightning damage, but then I don't have wind. And so maybe I throw a persona on that has wind, right? So you've got to balance your team out. You want to make sure you have good buffs, good debuffs, things like that. And your personas are what are going to fill in those gaps for you and ultimately round out your team. So super important. Keep leveling them up as far as the new ones as they come out. Make sure you're growing your account, and then when you grow your account, you unlock new personas and you fuse them, and you keep going through that cycle all the way through the end game. So there you have it. If you're one of my fellow future global players, a little preview into what that whole fusion system looks like. I'm excited for it. And hey, if you're a Persona veteran, I'm curious, what personas are you looking forward to creating? Let me know in the comments below. What kind of overpowered combinations do you like making in these games? And if you're new to Persona, just tell me what you think about the system. Do you like it? Does it excite you? Does it get your brain, juicing up a little bit to say, hey, I wonder if I can do this, that, and the other? Or are you just excited to jump in the game and try it for yourself? Thank you, friends, for joining me today. I hope you got some value out of this video. Would love a like and subscribe below if you did, and I'll see you on the next one.